Good morning. It's Monday morning and we're both here, so it's time for some book talks. I'm going to start with the series that I talked about last week. I finished it up, Just Dreaming, Gier, who also wrote the Ruby Red trilogy. So this is a series about, set in London, about students who can dream together. I know, it's not exactly like dream walking, it's kind of different, and it's not really like a superpower, it's just a thing they do. So it's not presented like they're supernatural or that they're superhuman. They just know how to dream together, how to exit their own dreams through a dream corridor and mingle in the hallway, so to speak. But of course you can imagine when people are messing with other people's dreams, it gets kind of creepy and things go south pretty quickly. It was a really good wrap-up. I was very pleased with the way it ended. The second book, as most second books do, got a little slow along, but this third book picked right back up on the action, so it was really good. I'm reading another book right now, but I'm not all the way through it, so I can't talk about it. So I want to talk about some of my favorite books that aren't checking out as much as they used to, because no one's talking about them, presumably. This is one of my favorite series. I reread it all the time whenever I get bored. In the summer, I just binge read the whole series from start to finish. I tell you I love you, but then I'd have to kill you. So it's a series about a group of girls who go to a very exclusive private school. As it turns out, this private school teaches them not only reading, writing, and arithmetic, it also teaches them spy skills. Teaches them how to speak in other languages. One of the things I find so entertaining is when they go to the cafeteria every day, there's a big sign across the top of the door that tells them what language they have to speak. It's the only language that's allowed, and it can be Romanian, or it could be Spanish, it could be French, it could be some obscure Asian language. It's very entertaining, the different types of things they have to learn. The first book is a little bit lighter. It's not as intense. Like Harry Potter, in that the first book, a kid could read it and not be traumatized, but by the last couple of books, you kind of want to make sure you're ready for it kind of thing. This series is the same way. It starts out a little light and gets a little heavier at the end. I really love this series, and if you were just looking for something simple and easy, kind of flows pretty quickly, there is some boy meets girl stuff, but really it's about girls and what they can do and how they can save the world, which is what they managed to accomplish by the last couple of books. So this is a great series if you're looking for something to read. Another one of my favorite series is Reckless Magic. And I bring these up because specifically, my kid is rereading them right now, and she literally sits next to me and laughs all the time. I'm like, what are you reading? And she'll read out loud the passage, and it was funny. There are a lot of entertaining bits. It's a fantasy book, this one is. And there are fantastical elements. There's witches and warriors and sort of shapeshifter kind of things and psychics and whatnot. But it's not super heavy, which is one of the things I like about it. If you liked the Twilights, which are pretty old for you guys, I understand, they've been around for a while. It's kind of like that. Like, we put Twilight in the horror section because there are vampires and werewolves, but it's not really that horrible. This is the kind of thing. There's lots of funny bits. There's lots of parts where you just really, literally want to throat punch the main character, especially in the early books. Just like, wake up. She's so dumb sometimes. But you root for her, and you want things to get better, and you think, surely this child is going to figure out what's going on any day now. This is not a series where the main character is a super genius. Just saying. But it's a really good series, and you can tell the book looks like rough because lots of people have read it. Lots of people have checked it out, just not recently. So if you're interested in a book about magic, reckless or otherwise, come look at our fantasy section. We've got a lot of great books that aren't necessarily circulating because they're not the newest, latest, greatest thing. We've got some great books that are a couple of years old, 5 years old, whatnot. So come talk to us about what you're reading. Maybe we need some good new reading material too. And I'll see you probably on Thursday with the Tip Talk.